All right, when we are multiplying radicals, we can just go ahead and multiply straight across. So 5 times 40 is 200, and that's going to stay inside of the radical, but we're going to break it down. So I'm going to say 102 because 100 is a perfect square. So I know that a pair of 10s are going to come out of that. So I'm looking at 10 radical 2. All right, I'm going to say 12 times 8 is 96. This is all going to be inside of a radical. And remember, when I am multiplying exponents, I'm adding the exponent. So if I have 3x's here and 3x's here, I can say x to the 6th. And y2 and y4 would add up to give me y to the 6th also. So I'm going to see what can break down to, what can 96 break down to. So I'm going into y equals 96 divided by x, second table on my calculator. Let's look at find a good perfect square. I see 4 and 24, 6 and 16. 6 and 16 look good to me. All right, I know those are going to break down to a pair of 4. So a pair of 4s are going to come out of the house. I'm actually going to leave a little bit more room for my variables. And I know 6 can't break down because 3 and 2 are both prime. So 6 is going to stay in the house. All right, looking at our x to the 6, how many pairs of shoes can I get out of 6 shoes? I can get 3 pairs with no leftovers, so none of them stay inside the house. And I'm going to get an additional 3 pairs out of the y's as well. So that's what that looks like. All right, this one is subtracting. So I can't subtract them unless they have like radicals. So right now I see a radical 3, a radical 27, and a radical 48. I don't have any matching radicals, but I can break each of these down and hopefully I will have some matching radicals. So 9 and 3 give me 27. I'm just going to rewrite the first one. And I know that's going to give me a pair of 3s. And this is negative, so I'm going to have a negative sign here. So we're going to have a pair of 3s that come out of the house and a 3 that stays in the house. All right, so now looking at 48, I can say 4 and 12. Those are going to break up into a pair of 2s, so I know those are going to come out of the house as 2. It's going to be negative as well. And I can break this down into a 4 and a 3. That's going to be prime, so that one's going to stay inside my house. And I know those are going to break up into an additional pair of 2s, so I have 2 pairs of 2s that came out of the house. But I don't want to forget about the original negative 8 that was also outside the house. I multiply the negative 8, the 2, and the 2. It comes out of the house as a negative 32, radical 3. All right, so notice now I have all matching radicals. So now you're going to tell me how many radical 3s I have. So I have a negative 8, negative 3, and negative 32. So I'm going to add all of those up. So 32 plus 3 plus 8 gives me a negative 43 radical 3.